Welcome to the Digital Peloton News for February 14th, 2024, where I cover off a number of things that have come across my desk in the last week related to cycling technology both indoors and out. Coming up in today's video, the UCI hints at introducing a smart trainer standardization process, and I've spotted a related smart trainer accuracy paper that has been published. The results may surprise you, or maybe not if you watch my trainer reviews. The much speculated and anticipated Wahoo Kickr Core Zwift 1 has arrived, where virtual shifting now comes to the Kickr, Core, and a few others soon. Zwift updates to Game Client 1.58 with some big changes to your avatar selection options. The bike GPS computer firmware updates keep rolling on in, the Hammerhead Karoo 2 having a few updates this week, and the Garmin Edge X40 series is definitely due for a beta to public flush very soon. And finally today, a content call out, where Mike, the developer of ZwiftAlizer, has some extremely useful videos posted for those wanting to troubleshoot their Ant Plus or Bluetooth connectivity problems, or who just simply want to know which is the better protocol to use.
First up today and spotted this week was an article recently published in the International Sports Engineering Association Journal. Now, this article was by a number of researchers from Purdue University along with representatives from the UCI. This had my attention because it's all about smart trainers, their accuracy and ability to meet their published specifications, all to ensure the integrity of cycling esports competitions. Now, I do have the full article, which I won't deep dive into today, but the abstract is definitely worth a read. And for this trainer testing, they have what looks to be an impressive setup and testing protocol. The TLDR of this paper being the power reading error of smart trainers range from 0 to 16%, and the resistance error range from less than 1 to over 100%. However, this paper only covers 3 smart trainers. These aren't specifically listed anywhere in the paper, but it's pretty easy to spot by joining the dots. Now, these aren't exactly trainers that people will be using for some of the more important esport competitions. In fact, I don't think any of them are on the approved list of trainers from any cycling esports platform. Well, maybe the H3 scrapes in. So why do they choose mid-range trainers for this study, and only 3? There's a few lengthy discussions to be had around this. And related is an article published over on Cycling News indicating that the UCI is to develop a smart trainer standardization process to level the esports playing field. I'll put links to this in the video description below.
So let's say the UCI does come up with a smart trainer testing and certification program. If I was a manufacturer, I'd be a little worried about the costs, not only for the initial test and certification, but the ongoing costs. If they were to do a firmware update or a feature update to those trainers, there would be a recertification requirement. Which leads me to ask, do all trainers require this level of certification or validation? I assume 99.999% of us are not participating in esports cycling competitions. I think most of us are still trying to debug and diagnose Ant Plus dropouts and Bluetooth connectivity issues, but more about that later in the video. So while I welcome certification processes and standardizations, I'm a little worried that the red-hot $5.99 trainer, which has been extremely popular, will become a $6.99 trainer or a $7.99 trainer. Or at the other end of the spectrum, the Tacx Neo M3, which retails for $2,000 US, becomes even higher again, putting this trainer a little further out of reach for a lot of people. Now, I do think a lot of smart trainer companies really need to step up their game when it comes to their own products meeting their own specifications, and a lot are, and a lot are doing some good work towards that. But when it comes to a UCI official certification and the inevitable costs involved, I'd like to see this initially just at the top end offerings for now, and definitely not for the 3 trainers they chose for this study.
Onto the smart trainer with the longest name we have ever seen, that being the Wahoo Kickr Core Zwift 1 trainer bundle. There's been lots of coverage of this online already. I've already got 2 videos uploaded with all the details and the upgrade options for Kickr owners. Now, this release does see the retirement of the Zwift Hub 1 trainer, which was reported in a few places as being only 4 months old. But technically that was the Zwift Hub, which has been around for almost a year and a half now, that being released back in October 2022. Zwift do say support for that trainer will be ongoing, so if you have one of these trainers or have just purchased one, there's not too much to worry about there. The quick summary of this new release is that it remains at the same price as the Zwift Hub 1. Availability expands into Canada and Australia in late March, and Wahoo have stated support for virtual shifting will be arriving on the Kickr V4, 5, 6, and the Move in the near future. Stay tuned for more details on those updates when they're released. Onto all things Zwifty, and pulling up the latest Zwift Insider article here, which highlights the biggest change rolling out in Game Client version 1.58, and that is the ability to choose any avatar. Now what that means is Zwifters can now choose between a male or a female face and body, and also customize their body type. I'll link in the video description below to Eric's article here, which as always is very, very comprehensive. But let's have a look at me changing my body type in-game. Alrighty, for that, it's over to the garage, over to me, and from here under the head type, that's where you choose your skin color and your gender. If I can scroll down there, I can select a female avatar. That changes the face type too. There's been a few updates to the faces. Onto the body type, they can also be selected. Previously that was weight-based, but I can be a skinny climber, a standard guy, or a weightlifter over here who's been into the CrossFit and onto the protein. Very, very beefcake. That really is about all there is to it. I believe the hair remains the same and facial hair is only available for the male genders. Quickly covering off a few updates I've seen land this week for bicycle GPS computers, starting off with the Karoo software build version 1.445.1760, with just a few minor updates there for workouts and intervals with target updates, and also some updates to dark versus light mode. Now, these updates on the Hammerhead Karoo have been quite thin, and speculation is very strong that a new unit will be on the horizon very, very soon. Over on the Garmin side of things, the updates and bug fixes have been rolling in thick and fast in the beta program for the X40 series, those being the 540, 840 and 1040, and also the solar variants. I do suspect in the very near future we'll see all of these betas rolled up and put into the public stream, because there's quite a few things listed here in the changelogs since they've last published a public update. Now once everything is ready, all of this changelog will be put into a one single public update, and I'll cover those top to bottom with all the details when that is released. And finally today, a content call out for the videos that Mike Hanney of ZwiftAlizer has published over on his YouTube channel. These are absolutely brilliant. And the ones I'll focus on in particular are the last three that he has uploaded, starting off with a ZwiftAlizer tutorial, a step-by-step guide on how to read the charts on the ZwiftAlizer website. Plus, there's a little teaser that he includes at the start that I'll play in just a few moments that will have a lot of people watching this video, I suspect. The other video here is the new features that he's released, and a fantastic video with 18 tips to avoid dropouts on Zwift. But most of these tips aren't just Zwift related. Any indoor sports tech that uses Ant+ or Bluetooth can be improved by following a number of these tips. Okay, so what was the teaser on this tutorial video? Let me play that now.
As a bonus feature, for seasoned Zwifters, stick around for an exclusive deep dive into the data that I've collected over 2 years. I've crunched the numbers from approximately 10,000 users to settle the debate once and for all, which is more reliable, Ant+ or Bluetooth, what are the most reliable trainers, and what are the most popular GPUs for an ultra-smooth graphics experience.
I'll put links in the video description below over to the ZwiftAlizer YouTube channel, and I highly recommend watching them if you're having any trouble with Ant+ or Bluetooth on your systems, or you just want to nerd out on some stats.
Some great videos there from Mike, and I've learned a thing or two about Ant+ and Bluetooth myself from sitting through all those videos. Alrighty, and with that, we'll leave it there for today. Hopefully you found this informative. If you have, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe to be across more videos released on this channel, and thanks for watching.